Yes, sixth class. Uh, Yesterday we have started the chapter gathering to growing food. Yes, my dear students, when the people they came to know about the growing of crops, then they started living a settled life. A new way of life they have started. They live on the same place for the protection of the crops, for the watering of the crops. To give them proper protection, they have to live on a same place. They have to take care for the crops. They have to stay there so the crops they may ripen up and they were able to use it properly. So they also started storing the things like the seeds or maybe some other things. For that purpose, they have started making large pots. You can say the clay pots. And they have also started making baskets, clay pots, and they also wove baskets with the help of the thin branches of the trees or maybe with the help of leaves. And they also dug pits into the ground that was also used to store the grains. They just dug a pit in the ground and with the help of a heavy stone, they covered that pit. Now, storing animals also. They used the animals for the different purposes. They were used the animals for to provide milk, and at the time of food. So me suppose if they are not having any food at that time, so they use that animals for meat purposes also. Means they started eating them also. So whenever they required. So they reared animal and can be used as a store of food. Like we are storing food at our homes and we can use when we need it. So they also reared animals in such a way that at the time of need they use that animals as a food. So now finding about the first farmers and herders. As we know, archaeologists they have found the different things in the excavation sites, and many of the evidences they have found which shows that early people were farmers and herders. Farmers means those who grow crops and herders means those who move with their animals, like for the milk purpose or you can say for the wool, etc. So these are found all over the subcontinent. We have found all the evidences all over the country. Some of the most prominent ones are in the northwest, or you can say in present day Kashmir and East and South India. And some of the areas we have found that now they are in Pakistan also. So these sites were studied by the archaeologists, and many of the evidences they have also studied up by the scientists also. Like they have studied the bones of animals and human beings also. One of the most exciting finds includes the remains of the burned grain. I'm just highlighting this. Burned grain means at that time they know how to cook food. That's why such kind of things we have found. Maybe they know how to cook food, or maybe accidentally they have burned it. So these scientists they have identified these grains, and so we know that a number of crops were grown in the different parts of the subcontinent. They can also identify the bones of different animals. So here one table is shown what type of things as evidence we found in the different areas, like grain and bones. Sides they are on the right side. On left side we have found the things like rice, cattle, animal bones, wheat, barley, sheep, goat, cattle. Means we have found the bones of these animals there. And in which area we have found the Mehergarh? It is in Pakistan. Koldiva in Uttar Pradesh. Mahagada in Uttar Pradesh. Gufkral in Kashmir, Burzehom in Kashmir, Chirand, Bihar, Halur, Andhra Pradesh. So these are the areas where we have found the evidences. We have found the evidences of the early people. Maybe some of the pots, or bones of animals and plants, or stones, burnt grains, paintings. So many things we have found in the evidences. Means always these sites we have found, near the river areas, because they have in the habit of growing crops. All these, the remains of the grains, they have shown that these crops are regularly grown in these areas. So by this way, after studying this, we just came to know what type of things they were having at that time, or what type of crops, animals they were having at that time, and how they use that their things, like the pot. Some of the pots we have found near their dead bodies, and in that pots grains are stored. So such kind of things we have found near in the excavation sites. Towards a settled life, so archaeologists they have found traces of huts or houses at some sites. Means at that time they also started making sites also. In Burzehom, people built pit houses. As I have told you in my previous page, that they have some pit areas where they have stored the grain. Now, in this Burzehom, we have found some pit houses. And here the question arises, why they have the pit houses? Definitely to protect them from harsh climatic conditions. Maybe at the time of cold season, they were in the habit of living in that pit houses to protect themselves from the cold climatic conditions. And at that cold climatic condition, it also used to protect them from wild animals also. It was a more safer area, I think. Don't you think? Have you imagined, students, such a life that only in a small pit the whole family they have to settle? I think it's very much difficult. Just imagine and draw a pit house and try to settle if you are a 4 or 5 members. Do you think when in today's life we are having a separate rooms with us, at that time a smaller area was there, in they were used it as their main home, and they were all able to settle in the same place. So such a difficult life they have passed on. So just leaving a question behind, can you imagine such a life in which the people they have to settle in a pit? So read it again, and if there is any query we will solve it. Rest of the things we will discuss in our next